pastor's wife. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to be doing like a little recreation of one of Bryant's favorite desserts at this local little store that we go to. So we're actually going to make a little field trip to go there and get one. And I've already picked out the recipe that I think may be close to it. So we'll see. But let me just say, I've got the TV on if you guys don't mind. We are expecting a storm today. And it is a tropical storm. Should be coming up through North Carolina in the next hour or so. So I do have the TV on for any alerts. But let me just say that yesterday we kind of started prepping for this a little bit yesterday. And I brought you guys along. So while I get out measuring things out, I'm going to let you guys go back to yesterday. Follow us through. Hey, if you're here just for the recipe, look down in the description and I will link where the cooking starts. I'll put the timestamp where the cooking begins. And otherwise, just go with me as we go and do our little running that we had to do yesterday. So I'll meet you back today in just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to try to recreate this, but yesterday Bryant and I stopped by the bakery and picked up one, so we have a comparison. So let me just give you a little clip of that store. Okay guys, we're here for our field trip that we're going to get this shut your mouth bar and then go home and try to recreate it. So I'm waiting for him. He parked the car and we're headed in. All right, so we are back to today, and we have a tropical storm on the way. I hear it hit Florida pretty hard as a Category 4 hurricane and stayed a hurricane well on into Georgia and maybe even South Carolina. It is a tropical storm now. It is on its way here, and but I think the mountains of North Carolina are going to get the brunt of it. There's something biting my toe. Probably a fire ant. But it is probably going to hit the mountains harder than it hits here. But I thought I would just show you what's happening right here, right now. The wind is starting to pick up. You can definitely see the clouds moving pretty quickly. So let me show you. So we're going to head in and make shut your mouth bars. I'm not going to fix up because I may have to run outside for something, and we're just going to hunker down. We're going to bake. We're going to cook as long as we can and wait out the storm. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's get the flour or the dry mixture mixed up for this, and get that ready, and then we'll start on the sugar and the wet ingredients, get that ready. Then it has a caramel middle part, and I'll need to unwrap a bunch of caramels, and that's going to take a while because here in my house they got it room temperature, so they're sticking a little bit to the paper. So I've stuck them in the refrigerator, hoping that will help me unwrap them. So let's just work on the flour. So I'm going to need 2 cups of flour, a half, a whole, a half, and a whole. All right. All right, 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. So half, whole, half, 2½ Sorry guys, I have to count or I get lost. That's just the way it is. Okay, and so now to that we're going to add in 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. And our dry ingredients are ready just that fast. Now we're going to move over to the stand mixer and work on the sugar mixture. So this entire recipe calls for 2 sticks of butter, but right here at this portion we're only going to use 1.5 sticks because the other half goes somewhere else and it goes in the caramel sauce. So we're going to drop this this butter down in here, and we're going to make sure it's soft enough. It should be room temperature. I had actually cut the air off so I could have the windows open so I could listen to the storm. So my butter got room temperature real fast. And that's perfect. So we're going to add some brown sugar. We are going to add, let me check my recipe. We're going to add 2 cups of brown sugar. 2 cups of brown sugar. And I always say I pack my sugar unless the recipe says not to, or especially brown sugar. So there's 1/2. There's 1. 1/2. And 2. All right, now let's give that a whisk around. I'm going to take just a minute to scrape up the bottom just to be sure nothing's, and somebody asked me on the channel the other day on the comment if I liked the silicone covered paddle, and yes I do. Does it get everything? No, it does not get everything off the sides. I still scrape the sides, but I think it does a better job than just one of the regular ones, and I do like it. All right, so to that we're going to add in our eggs one at a time. And I'm going to preheat my oven in just a second because I know it's going to take me a while to get that caramel unwrapped. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so now what we're going to add in is 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And I've already got that measured out. I was a little bit ahead. Being ahead is not how I roll. So when I get ready to cook, I just turn the camera on and we cook. That's how this channel goes. Because a lot of times I'm cooking on the spur of a moment or in a hurry. All right. So we have our dry ingredients ready. I just need to kind of stir that up. We have our wet ready. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of vanilla into this. We're just going to add like a splash of vanilla. All right, now's a good time to scrape the sides one more time. And actually, before I add in the dry ingredients to this, we're going to start unwrapping some caramels. All right. Give it another whirl. So let's head over to the stove. So I just purchased the Werther's Originals. I couldn't find the little square caramels, but you're going to need about 11 ounces. And I may have to stick this bag back and forth into the refrigerator. And in fact, instead of putting it in this bowl, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to go ahead and put it in the pan here. So in this pan, we have our other 4 tablespoons of butter, or our other half a stick of butter. So we're just going to go ahead and drop that in there. I'll get those out in a minute, but we're going to just go ahead and put our caramels in here because we're going to melt these slowly on the stovetop with this butter and with a can of sweetened condensed milk. Oh, gracious. Okay, I'm going to be working on unwrapping these. Oh, yay. Whoops, don't put any paper in there. All right, and we'll see you back once I get all this done. We're doing about 11 ounces of caramel. Okay, everybody, I finally got all the caramels peeled and in the pot. And as you can see, look here. I've had a little helper come join me, and he wanted to eat one. So he's eating one of the caramels. And so to our half a stick of butter and all of our about 11 ounces of caramel, we're going to add a sweetened condensed milk.
Yep.
You sure can. Can you scrape that out for me? Can I take that spot? Here, you want me to hold it and help you?
Ow.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. All right, and we're going to get this on low on the stovetop and get it melted down. Okay, and we'll meet you back in just a second. All right, so the caramel is melting down on the stovetop behind me. So we're going to go ahead and add in our flour mixture and get our cookie dough finished and ready. So we're going to add in a little bit of this.
And we got chocolate.
He's found all the chips that go into this. I turned it too high. So we have a splattering of flour everywhere. And I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my friends over here on YouTube on the camera. All right. So there we go. You want to help?
Yeah.
He wants to help. So you bring your, let me turn it off real quick. I want to get all that flour off the side. And hang on, I'm going to tell you what to do.
Hey guys. Hey guys. I said, hey guys.
That was nice of you. All right.
I'm not putting the chocolate.
Can you slide your chair over?
This is not a chair. Hello.
All right. Add that in.
Okay. All of it?
All of it. Whoopsie. So we lost about a couple of tablespoons with that spillage, so we're going to just add it in right here. All right.
You can make with
Levi's telling Papa he can make with us. All right, so now we're going to add in, and we're going to lift the paddle up this time to make it a little easier. Okay, here, you want to dump these in? But dump them in over there. I'm going to hold the bowl so you don't drop it in there. All right, very good. All right, let's give that a whisk.
So we got this done.
Yep, he's got that done.
Ah!
All right, and we have one more thing to add in here. All right, everybody, we have one more ingredient to add, and Mr. Levi is going to add that in right now.
Hold the bowl.
Let me hold the bowl. And that is 2 cups of chocolate chips. We did 1 of the toffee bits, 1 of the peanut butter chips, and 2 And I see a few more toffee in here. We're gonna scrape that. All right. And we're gonna mix this in.
I love chocolate.
He loves chocolate. As you can see, the dough's kind of forming up out here, so I'm gonna lift it up and we're gonna give it a scrape down, and we'll bring you back in just a minute when we get ready to put this together. Okay, everybody, I have my pan here. It's a 9 by 13, and I've sprayed a little bit of spray down in it just to help the parchment paper stick to the sides, and that works perfectly. You don't have to do the crumpling thing. You just kind of spray your pan ahead of time and then put the parchment down. Now, I had to redo my caramel. Don't take your eyes off your caramel. Ask me how I know. Thank goodness I bought 2 bags. This second one may have been a little shy because I had taken a few out of it to add to the first batch of caramel, and I scorched it. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to take our cookie dough batter, and I'm going to eyeball 2/3 of it. We're going to just eyeball this, okay? So we are going in, and I probably need a heftier spoon. I probably need a wooden spoon. Let me grab one. All right, let's see if this spoon works better. Oh, yes. And so we're going to put 2/3 of our dough down in the bottom. I think one more good spoonful will be about 2/3. What do y'all think? I think that's good right there. Maybe one more. And we are just going to press this down into the bottom. You can actually, I've probably sprayed my hands, and we're going to press this down into the bottom of this 9 by 13 evenly. We want it to be even. So I've got some extra here on the side. I got a little helper wanting to help me press it down. He just washed his hands when he washed the bowls, and he helped me. He cleaned up. He even helped me clean up. He washed the bowls that we had the chips in. All right, good job. You want to go wash your hands again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to. All right, I'm going to wash my hands, and then we'll do the next step. My oven is preheating to 350 right now, and let me wash my hands, and we'll meet you back for the next step. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pour our caramel over the top of that. So definitely do not take your eyes off the caramel, or you will waste a whole expensive bag of Werther's Originals. Maybe you can find the little squares. I could not find them. This looks yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got to eat them.
Alright, and so we're going to just take the back of my spoon, and I'm just going to kind of spread that around. Alright, so there we go. There's our caramel bundle, our caramel batch on top.
What's a bundle?
I don't know what I was thinking when I said bundle.
Silly.
Bubbles is silly this morning.
Yeah, Bubbles is silly.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of this cookie dough and just kind of drop it all over the top. And, yep, I'll let you help in just a second. Let me do a few so they can see on camera. I don't know if they can see what I've done so far. But we're just going to drizzle these, kind of just drop it. You don't even have to use a cookie scoop. You can just use 2 spoons. Scoop and scrape. Scoop and scrape. I just thought this would be easier. And
I'm going to use a spoon.
We're just going to keep doing this, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, here it is. It is ready to go in a 350-degree oven. I'll see you when we get out and get it out of the oven and see how it compares to the store-bought one. While our bars are baking, let's go outside and take a look and see what's happening with the storm. Our gutters can't keep up. We have our driveway that's flooded down there in the bottom. The wind is still blowing, but it looks like it's died down a little bit. But maybe that's just deceptive from the rain. You know, you can't really notice it or hear it as much with the rain. So yeah, this is what we're having right now. So we're just going to watch it carefully. Guys, things have changed within the past 10 minutes as far as the rainfall. Just in the past 10 minutes. Let me show you what's going on. Not only is the driveway flooded, but the road has flooded a little bit. My yard down there in the orchard area has flooded. It's a great day to be inside and to be baking and cooking, and just pray the power doesn't go out. Okay, everybody, it just came out of the oven, so we are going to let it cool down, and then I'm actually going to refrigerate it because I want to be able to cut it nicely. So we're going to let it cool completely first and then put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. All right, everybody, this is the bar that came from the Black Lantern from the bakery area that we went to. They made them fresh yesterday afternoon, and so we got us one. So if you look at it, you can see the caramel on here. You can see the chocolate chips. Now, I recreated this based on memory. This is the one I made right here. Daniel, Isaac, and Bryant have actually already been in it. But look at mine. You can see the caramel on mine as well. So we're going to do the comparison taste test and see if it tastes like this one. So we're going to put the bakery bought one on the blue platter. And I'm in the process of getting one cut out of ours. Mine's still maybe a little bit warm. Do you want me to nuke that one just a little bit so they can be similar?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right. I'm going to put the bakery one in the microwave for just about 5 seconds, just so, you know, one's not different than the other. All right. So here is the one from the Black Lantern, and here is mine. So you can see the chocolate chips, the caramel in mine, just like you can theirs. So Bryant's going to come around, and we're going to give it a taste test and see if it's similar or not. All right, let's give it a try.
All right, here we go. Which is which?
The blue plate is the one that came from the Black Lantern.
Okay. This is the one we know. We know we like it. We've
Yep.
eaten it several times. It's super, super good. I had it, if you remember, back at the Christmas parade. When we
Oh, yeah. So if mine's similar, we're just going to call it the same thing.
Really, really good. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Now this one is the one we just made.
Really, really close.
Really, really close.
Really, really close. Texture's good. Flavor's good. I think yours may have just a little more caramel
Okay.
than theirs does.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's just
Just more caramel.
there's more caramel. Yeah. Because the center seems to be just a little more.
Well, and mine still may be just a tad warm.
But I think that's the only thing, I mean,
That's the only difference you can
I think
tell?
that's the only difference I can tell. Really good. Like, superb.
Superb. All right.
Really, really good.
Well, there you go.
Definitely a home run. This right here, if you've got a sweet tooth, this is your go-to right here. This is restaurant good right here. Really, really good. One bite. Take a small one. What do you think?
That's good.
That's good.
It'll make you shut your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you got to chew.
Mhm.
There you have it.
That's a home run any day, right there, out of the park.
Delicious.
Yep.
Shut your mouth bars.
That's right.
So, all right, guys. Well, there you have it. We're going to end today's video here. But listen, next week, the rest of today will be on next week's video because we're having a family dinner, which means I just video what we're doing for family dinner and bring you guys along with us.
Hey, you guys want a sneak peek? A sneak peek?
Sneak peek of family dinner.
Hang on, here we go. Let me show you what it is. Ready? Sneak peek. Look here. Ah, look at that. Cube steak and gravy.
And that is the cube steak that I fry beforehand. I fry it and brown it on both sides and then finish it off in the crock pot with the gravy soaking in it and getting all good and delicious. And oh, I can't wait. So anyway, well, there you have it. Shut your mouth bars. And I think we did it. We recreated it. All right, guys, I will let you go. I need to get off here and go edit this video and put the recipe in the description for you guys because you've got to make this one. All right, I will see you next time on The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, if you've stuck around to the end, I would love for you to be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so. Share my videos with your family and friends and just join us in this thing called life as we video what we do and what we cook. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.